Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 2128, it's a tier 9 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the northeast spawn of Glacier and it's under the command of SlyMeerkat. And he's in platoon with just Flankit in the Yak Tiger and Bird Person in the 50 TP. Game on! Okay, well this Arty is actually designed on the hull of the KV-222, which, as many of you know, is actually became the basis of the KV-3. It's a pretty heavy-duty hull, which is basically derived originally from the KV-1. But this Arty never actually got built, it never got put into production. But it is an interesting design because it's an enclosed cockpit, which means it can use vents and vent purge, and that massively improves the performance of the tank. And well, we've got an interesting situation here. None of the enemies seem to have gone for the pass up to the carrier. Instead, they're hovering around that rock trying to shoot anyone who tries to go up onto the carrier, which could be very dangerous for them. Okay, T-54 lightweight, and there was another tank there, Noobs. Instead, he's going for the ST-1 and an Object 7772. Looks like our EBR took some damage as he went up. Rounds out the 777. Direct hit for 400 hit points. Okay, good first hit. Now, the reload time is fairly long, 29.39 seconds, but this is the 203mm B4 howitzer, and it's capable of doing 1050 alpha, penetrating 52mm of armour, and it's got a burst radius of just under 11 meters, which means it's got a very big footprint, can do a lot of damage. Rounds out the standard B, direct hit for 416. That really has hurt that standard B. You notice how quickly it dials in on the target. It is much quicker at dialing in than some other Artys, and that's a consequence of having a very good crew with, of course, those vents and vent purges to massively improve their performance. We just had a quick flick there to see just Flankit over on the east side of the map, whilst Bird Person's going around the northwest corner, and it appears that they're actually doing rather well. Rounds out in the 777. This one, it falls short, I'm afraid. Now, SlyMeerkat is an unconventional Arty player. He likes to play from very different positions sometimes. And, well, one of the things he's actually doing is sometimes he sits out in the open, which you'd think is actually quite dangerous, because if the enemy were to get somebody into a position where they can spot you, they can nail you. But in this circumstance, he's sitting right up on top of that hill in plain view of anyone who goes up onto the carrier, and it gives him a good shot at that 777. It lands short, I'm afraid. Only 74 hit points to splash this time. It is difficult to shoot at ridgelines sometimes. Now we've got a T10 there, and oh, there's a standard B. He's going to pop around the corner and see if he can finish off the T10. Instead, it's the 777 who gets the kill. Now, can Sly get a shot into that standard B? If he does, it will probably end his game, but instead he opts to fire for the ST-1, which you can see, and picks up 549 hit points of that on his rear, because that shot hit the rear of the vehicle. Up on top of the carrier, we've got a T-54 lightweight, and now Sly must be a bit worried that he might be spotted by that guy if he's using binoculars. Further off to the south, he was looking to see if there was a sign of an enemy Arty down there. I think that's what he was trying to do. Going for the ST-1 again. Rounds out. That landed just in front of where he was, so I'm pretty sure that would have done some damage. There's a Doom Turtle now making his way towards the northwest corner, where Bird Person has just bit the dust, taken out by an Object 268 who was only a short distance away. And yes, he keeps looking in this corner. I think he thinks the opposite number, his opposite number, there's two Artys on the enemy team, is one of them might be in that corner. Go for the UDIs, line up the shot, work out where he's going, and then you have to lay the shell down in his path. Rounds out. Instead, he actually hits him directly, and you can see other shells were hitting the target whilst he was stunned, and so he's probably picked up some stun assist, even though he doesn't know or it hasn't been recorded, simply because obviously he was unspotted at the time. So all of our force that went round the northwest corner have been wiped out, and that's causing a bit of a problem now, because it means that the enemy can come around that direction. Sly's carrying on. They're down 2 tanks at the moment, but it doesn't mean the game's over. Far from it. Never count your chickens in this game, because it's very likely when the enemy tries to attack, they'll have similar problems. Okay, here comes the enemy attack, and we can see it's an Object 7772, the one who went up onto the carrier, and an E50M. The Object 777 obviously slid down the sides of the carrier to get down onto the ice, and he's being faced off by an AMX M454 and a Skoda T50 on our team. Now, Sly will need to be careful about where he fires these rounds in, because if he damages or accidentally stuns one of his own teammates, then he could lose any medals if he was to get the highest damage, and Sly does that on frequent occasion. He got 189 off the ST1, but I'm pretty sure he would have done some damage to the T54 lightweight at the same time, because they were alongside each other and both got stunned. He's almost loaded. And the ST1 just got a hit again, but I think that was by the M53, M55, because he's showing stun at the moment. The next shot will be a kill shot if it's on target. Rounds out. Yep, right on the money. Only 19 hit points, but it is another gun out of the game. Now you can see the M454 is, well, he's trying to defend that corner. Appears we lost the Skoda. I think he went ahead and got taken out. Now he's facing a T95, an Object 77 and an E50M at the same time. And well, our AMX M454 is on his last leg. Sly fires a round in, which kills the T95, damages the Object 7772, but it did stun our M454 and he's now dead. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, that was probably team damage as well, so because it looked like the M454 was within the stun or within the blast radius when the shell went off, so if he does get the high caliber, he'll probably have lost it. And it's something that we've discovered on Arty Noobs. I'm pretty sure there's other players who've discovered it as well, but if you do accidentally do team damage, even if you accidentally fire a round into a teammate, whoa! That's a dismount. If you do accidentally fire a round into a teammate, you automatically lose your high caliber. That's one of the rules that Wargaming did not take out of the game when they removed team damage, I'm afraid. So it is perfectly possible still to lose a medal simply because you accidentally hit a teammate. Of course, that's very difficult for Arty not to do, because sometimes you need to fire in some support to your teammate, and when he fires around at the strip and pulls out of Arty view straight away. We didn't see what happened to that shell, but I can see smoke behind the strip, so I suspect the shell overshot and actually landed some distance away, not enough to stun him. And our Progetto 65 is just around the corner. He's stunned at the moment, so maybe Arty hit him. And also just flank it's in the Jagdtiger looking over that area, so if that Striv comes around the corner, he's going to get a nasty surprise. A 128mm round. Over in the northwest corner, the Object 7772 hasn't moved, but he did lose his E50M teammate, which means there's not so much the threat coming from that corner anymore, and the T110E3 is there anyway, just in case the 777 comes into sight. There's the Striv. Line up, rounds out. Yes! 2 Arty rounds came in, one from the M53, one from SlyMeerkat, and Sly's killed the target. His was bang on target. Just overwhelmed the armour on that Striv. Okay, well, Sly's moving now because there's only one enemy tank destroyer left, and that's the FV4005, the Heshbon. Other people like to call it the Shitbon. I think it really is known as the Heshbon because that's what it was designed to fire. The other enemies are a Batchat 155-55 and an M53 M55. There's 4 on our team, and one of them happens to be just Flankit, and he's moving in with his Jagdtiger. Now, the FD4005 was seen in this vicinity, and he might just be around that corner, or he might be hiding behind one of those houses. I think that's a church, if I remember correctly. He might be hiding behind one of those buildings right now, waiting for just Flankit to pop his head round the corner and then nail him with a 183mm round. Just Flankit only has a limited number of hit points left. He is a one-shot. In fact, he's a one-shot for Arty as well. Our M53, M55 has motored over there quickly, and the Team 123 is going via the northwest route to get at the Arty. Okay, Sly's lining up a shot near the back of that church, but he's found one of the enemy Arties. It's the Batchat 155-55. He's lining up the shot. Okay, it's dialing in, almost ready to go. He's ready. Rounds out. Kill shots! Right on the money. Takes out the enemy Arty. There's only 2 enemies left. Just reloading. Well, just Flankit is moving up, and there he's found the Heshbon. He is hiding behind the house, and he takes a round from just Flankit. A huge hit. Over 600 hit points. And it looks like we're now going to get a chance to shoot him. Rounds out. This will be a kill shot if it lands. It didn't land on the target, but it stunned him. And I think that just Flankit's going to go in for the kill. And he's got it. Nice play. I always like it if Arty can actually damage an enemy tank sufficiently that his teammates in the vicinity can then finish off the job, and they take the kill, we take the hit points for for damaging them. Rounds out. Well, stunned him, and again the M53 M55 does a shotgun at fairly close range, and that finishes the game. So a very good game there for Sly. 4 kills. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well he actually did in that game. Once an ace tanker for SlyMeerkat in the 212A. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He got 18. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. And he got a Gore's medal. He did more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. I know it says 10 there on what replays. It is actually 8 in the rules. And there was no other medals in this game, but let's have a look at the team score and see exactly what happened. Well, yes, he did get the highest damage in the game, 4,518 hit points, but no high caliber, because yes, that shot that he fired at the T95 in the Object 777 version 2 did stun and would have damaged the AMX M454, who was in the vicinity at the time, and as a consequence, Sly lost his high caliber. So very good job in getting the highest damage. Second highest damage went to the T110E3, who did 4,060 hit points of damage. And the next high score after that was the Object 777 version 2 with 2678. We can see that Sly's teammates just Flankit in the Jagdtiger. He got 2,507 hit points. And Birdperson managed to get 557. When it came to kills, it was Sly again. He managed to get 4 kills in this one. 3 kills to the Progetto, 2 kills to the Lewandowski Go and the T95, the M53-55 on the enemy team, and their Object 777. Just Flankit got 1 kill, and Birdperson didn't get any kills at all, but better luck next time. And when it came to base XP, yes, Sly's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,194 base for Sly, 916 for just Flankit, the second highest, and 902 for the E3. And we can see that Birdperson got 528 XP, which is still pretty good. So let's have a look at detail. Sly fired 16 rounds, got 9 direct hits, 1 penetration, 16 splash. Damage of 4,518 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 1,431 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 38,722 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away a profit of 33,331 credits. He received 1,194 XP, got 269 for playing in the platoon, and took away 2,060 experience points altogether. So a very good ace tanker game in the 212A. It's an enjoyable Arty to play actually, mainly for the fire rate, the fact that you can pump out those B4 howitzer rounds really quickly at the enemy, and they do a lot of damage if they hit the target. And you can see Sly has got his team so well refined now that he dials in very quickly and gets good hits on the enemy, except of course when he's firing over a ridgeline, and we all have that problem sometimes. Trying to hit the target is very difficult on those occasions, but a good game for Sly and for his platoon. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel please, and thank you for watching.